All right, guys, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open every day. Woo! Yeah, so what do we got here? Quite a few things. The scanners are absolutely going crazy in terms of just different tickers popping up and just trying to figure out which one you want to trade. So I think we're gonna let's actually just dive right into it. A little bit of housekeeping first, guys. October 14th today. It's a It's a Wednesday today. Man, I always get confused. Yeah, Wednesday. It's 9:14 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 16 minutes here before the market opens at 9:30, and then we'll wrap up trading like always at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget, guys, always check out the SPY. Know what the overall market's doing. Know how you're feeling. Are you guys awake? Ready to go? Do you have the right things on your watch list? Let me shoot up the disclaimer and then we'll get up and going here because we got a lot to talk about. And then here's the SPY I'll be checking out when you guys get back. So yeah, the SPY is really struggling to break past 354. Looks like we had a little bit of an attempt and then we flashed back down, making a hammer candle. But I'd be very careful, guys. This looks like it busted up a lot of momentum there. So I'd be a little bit weary here. I wouldn't be surprised if the SPY took a little bit of a pullback, maybe something a little bit healthier, like 343 or something like that. Would not be surprised. Right now, the market is kind of green though, so open should be somewhat green. We have so many tickers. My God. MDRR finding some really nice support off it too. This could be a really good little continuation here. I really like what we're seeing. I did one little trade on MDR, small little profit. It wasn't really anything to run home about. I'll just move this over here so you guys can see our little watch list so far. So MDR, US healthcare company. They had the 160 million float is really big. Oh, wait, hold on. I was like, wait, that's not right. MDRR, I was so confused. MDRX is a different company. MDRR, the reason I'm really weirded out about this one is the fact that it's a REIT. We typically don't trade REITs. I do like the market cap and float, 5 million float, really nice. Announces Series A preferred stock cash dividend. I'm a little bit, again, kind of confused about that catalyst. Didn't think a catalyst like that we would be seeing so much movement, but we are. But I guess that's why it's selling off so much. Maybe other people are confused as well. This was our strongest pre-market gapper. So this $2 area is huge support, multi-month support. So this is where we're going to be seeing some big bounces. We've already had 2 nice bounces off this zone. I didn't trade either one of them. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But around 9 o'clock is usually when I'm done with pre-market trading. Sometimes I'll get into it, but yeah, this time I didn't. Really good stuff here. So keep an eye out for this one. Maybe it's going to have somewhat of a reversal. I'm just not super sold on the catalyst. We got IDXG as well. Thanks, Brent. I just saw that comment. We got IDXG as well here. Big move to the upside on the 4 hour. Let's quickly go to the daily here. Right now we have big support roughly at the $4. In this area in general, we probably have some upside potential until about 5 and then 530, 540. A lot of sell pressure on this one constantly has been going down. So we'll see what IDX can really bring us. Nice bounce here off of 4 so far. And this is actually, we broke a key area here at like 417, 420, and then we pulled all the way back down to 4. IDXG was actually one of my better tickers. Oh man, yeah, an AMC, guys. I'm down just about $1,000 on this swing trade. We were about down like $500 on it. I was like, okay, this is like kind of where, I got to really be deciding what I want to do. I averaged down extra $300 shares and then it went down again. It's all over the place, this ticker right now. If you guys, just to show you guys, it's freaking out. So once it finds a little bit more of a bottom, which, oh man, I'm not sure if it will at this point. My plan was to sell it into the rip in the morning. So right now it's just flying off a cliff. And we were talking about AMC yesterday that it wasn't something I wanted to swing trade as much anymore because of the catalyst. I don't think the catalyst was really that bad. But I think people are making it much worse right now. So yeah, we'll see. We'll talk more about AMC, but right now it's definitely erasing some of my swing trade profits, which is a little bit annoying. But overall, you know, swing trading this month, we still are on the green. For our day trades, we're actually up quite a bit pre-market today. We're up about almost $500 today pre-markets day trading. So it's been a pretty hot pre-market day trading. All of these were really kind of chill base hits. There was no like blow away trades as pre-market. So whew, it's been quite an interesting little pre-market here. Yeah, it's unfortunate we have that AMC swing trade, but overall, you know, really nice day trading so far. So let's see if we can, you know, have AMC bounce back up at one point, another big kind of sell pressure here. And then, yeah, I'll probably be getting out of this one for ideally not $1,000 loss. We'll see how low it's going to go. That's the big question. $3 is going to be a key psychological zone. So we're going to keep an eye out for $3. But for now, yeah, that was a pretty strong dip there. So any sort of, you know, move back to the upside, I would love to see that. For now, you know, we were buying this big $370 support zone after a big 52% sell-off. Now this ticker's down roughly 60%. Crazy stuff. So I do expect to bounce at one point. I'm not going to sell into this massive flush, but at the same time, it's just not really a place where you want to be, and down 70 cents a share on this ticker, so that's not very fun. We traded XELB pre-market. We're up 186 on that one. HYLN is actually the swing trade we entered yesterday evening. You guys saw the video about that this morning. If you guys have more questions on HYLN, I definitely recommend checking out that video first. We got IDXG, OCX, and MDRR, all tickers that we were trading. So yeah, a lot of activity here so far. Again, a little bit unfortunate that we're stuck in kind of AMC. We're not really stuck in it. We could sell at any time. Like I said, I am looking for this thing to have somewhat of a bounce. I do believe it's going to be a dead cat bounce. I don't really see this going, you know, back above 5 anytime soon until there's, you know, massive change in news catalyst. But for now, we are red on this ticker, and, you know, we'll see. Any sort of big bounce to the upside, I would like to probably, you know, start closing out this trade. We'll see. Huge resistance was roughly right around here. We'll see what happens. I'll put a sell order at 43 for now, and I'll put an alert here, see if we start pulling higher on this one, and then maybe I'll watch it a little bit. Yeah, I feel you, Tam. So just a lot of tickers here to talk about. Let's actually just look at HYLN just for a snippet of a second here. This is actually kind of unfortunate. I was waiting for this one to pull back just a little bit more. Again, I wanted a second entry on HYLN. We didn't get it. So I'm only long here pretty much $2,600. So far having a really strong rip to the upside. I think there's going to be bigger resistance around 30 on HYLN. We'll definitely talk about this one a little bit more because it's not a day trade. So yeah, any sort of move back above 30 would probably start getting a little bit interesting, and I'd probably consider maybe taking some profits. But I don't mind letting this one ride a little bit. If it's a really strong move, I would probably consider taking some profits and then buying back on a bigger dip. I think that's probably how I would like to trade HYLN. I mean, this move alone has been really strong, so we'll see what happens here. Actually, if we go to the 1 hour, you can kind of see right around kind of this zone, there's a big amount of resistance. So I'm not really sure if we're going to be breaking through 30 just yet. But yeah, unfortunately, the AMC one, I have a much bigger position on than XELB. All right, so let's get back here and think about, you know, which one are we going to be trading out of the gate? That's the big question right now. So let's try to think about that. MDRR. I think there's that, you know, potential here that this could pull back another 14%. But, you know, VWAP already is about 20% above it. So I think, you know, the risk reward on MDRR is okay right now. And I think anything under $2 might be a really good entry, especially if we have a nice move into the open. I'm a little bit confused about this ticker overall, so that's what's making me a little bit on edge with it. With IDXG, USA Diagnostic Research Healthcare Company on the NASDAQ, Interpace, Bioscience Inc. 4 million flow, 12 million market cap, 70% gapping pre-market at the time. Now it's down to 37%. They won recent complaints from an audit committee. Apparently some of their billing practices were being audited, and looks like they couldn't find enough evidence to kind of support the complaint, so they won that, and that's looking really good. That's what is making IDXG stock price rally so hard today. It has been kind of selling off a lot. Bigger support around 3.7, so that's kind of the place I'd be looking for a possible bounce here. You can see on the daily chart that around 3.7 we have kind of a breakdown, a retest area, so that's always an important zone. That'd be about a 6% dip or so. AEMD, that's not really on my watch list. If that's a swing trade, we could look into it maybe a bit more afterwards. So no thoughts on NOVN either. Squeezing both shorts and long in market open. Yeah, market open is always an interesting time. Got another 4 minutes here till the market opens. Just again, a lot of tickers. Just let's keep going through the list. OCX, this is another one that's kind of interesting. Bought a little bit of a dip buy on this one, sold on the retest. Very quick trade here. $2 is a key zone. You can see on the 180-day support, big support here, or on the 180-day moving averages coming here on the daily support around 2, really strong. But you know, this pullback was just so strong, so I'm not super stoked about this one at the moment. I'm going to really keep an eye out and think about, you know, what has the most volume out of the gate, and probably just fixate on that one a little bit. I'm totally open to jump around a little bit as well. OCX, USA Biotech, 57 million float. So this one's a little bit on the bigger side, not your classic kind of spikeable small cap. Although, you know, 100 million market cap is kind of in that small cap zone for sure. It does have some pretty interesting history in the past with these kind of spikes. They don't always hold their highs so well, so just keep that in mind. But right now, when we open up, we are going to be having $2 as support. I don't think I'm going to be looking at MDRX. EFOI. Decent move here. XELB really kind of sold off a lot. Looks like it's kind of finding maybe a low here. But the volume has faded so much on EXLB, so I'm not too interested in that one. So we just have a lot of tickers. You always want to be kind of focused on the best. And then you can kind of, you know, mix it around from there. Hui. I'm going to put MDRR on my second screen as it is the lead gapper here. It's had a huge sell-off so far as well. I'm not sure how much further this is going to go down, but I do like the big support around 175. So if I think MDRR is kind of like slowing down in the 80s, I'd probably think about picking some MDRR up. Oh yeah, good call. Abdul, always want to change good till cancel. All right, guys, this is the point of time where you want to be looking at 1, 2, maybe 3. 3 is always kind of a lot. Depends how many screens you have, I suppose. But I think 1 to 2 is usually a good place to start. Lead gappers. Figure out what your main tickers are and then kind of go from there. I've got MDRR on my second screen. And then Most likely on the the first screen you guys are looking at, I'll put IDXG up here, and then I'll see if we have maybe other tickers that are worth looking at. Thanks, Tyler, in the final countdown. MDRR could be a dip and rip. It's tough to say what's going to open up on this one. Yeah, Jason, might be time for some coffee. Here we go, guys. Good luck, everyone. IDXG, nice little move there. Getting rejected. Strong break higher here on MDRR, guys. After being down just about 36% from those pre-market highs. $2 is definitely acting as big support. IDXG. Could be an entry around 82. See if it has that red to green. Both MDRR and IDXG are having nice breakouts right now to the upside, but I'm not going to be jumping on them yet. Nice move there, MDRR, 10% up from that $2 zone. Both these tickers are looking really strong. Didn't get any sort of red to green move. 22% up MDRR. Big buyers here overall as well. Nice, Jason. Yeah, we're long HYLN. Check out that video that I just came out with talking about our HYLN entry and why we entered it. MDRR trying to break VWAP here. Just cracked it for a second. Still no trades for me. Nice open there on HYLN. Looks like it found a little bit of resistance here. I think MDRR might be getting halted here. Did not jump in this one. It's up 37% so far. Really sweet move. I was expecting this thing to do a little bit of a pullback that whole time. Never ended up pulling back. This has been one of the strongest opens we've seen in a really, really long time. MDRR literally just went straight vertical on the open, so that was pretty impressive. I was looking for maybe a pop down here, a little bit lower since we've had a lot of sell-off so far. Didn't even bother. So MDRR is definitely halted here. It's going to open up again at 38.52. Checking out AMC a little bit here. I don't really see a lot of articles recently came out. $3 is a critical zone for AMC, and it looks like it might break $3. I got it on my second screen just to kind of watch it a little bit here. So yeah, probably selling it into that morning spike might have been a good idea, but let's see what happens. The news isn't real, at least according to the CEO, but it's been passed around now, so people are going to be thinking it's real that AMC is going bankrupt. So there's a lot of fear selling going on right now. I don't want to be part of the fear selling herd. I'm going to wait for this one to settle a little bit, ideally have some sort of bounce, and then I'll be closing this position. I know I'm going to be taking a loss on it, but I don't really think the current price makes a lot of sense based on what we've been seeing about it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see how we want to play it. I'm just going to average down here on AMC just a tad bit, only 200 shares at 290. Brought my whole average down from 3.7 to 3.6. So these prices right now, because I'm holding, I do believe that we have possible bounce entry. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm not going to increase my position size much more. I might buy a little bit more in these areas. But I don't really see why getting overextended in this one. Just want to make sure it's a healthy plane right now. It's still kind of looking like it, so we'll see what happens. MDRR right now looking like we might have a kind of flash pullback. That's kind of what I would be expecting here, and then maybe move back to the upside. So let's see how we want to play MDRR. Got it back up on my main screen. IDXG making some interesting moves as well. All right, instant move higher here at the open. Move to 3. Let's see what kind of pullback this is going to be. 2.6 and bigger support. VWAP and 9 EMA around 2.5. What a crazy move. That move was absolutely insane. Bounce off of VWAP now. That's the beauty of these low floats. $5 million float on MDRR. The catalyst is just what's kind of getting me on edge a little bit on this one. Possible bounce here, up 5% from that low. I think if I was buying the bounce, I'd be taking profits fairly quickly. I don't think I would be looking for a break past 3. Anything's possible on this one. It has a lot of energy. Seems to be a lot of buyers on it. I just don't know why it was selling off so much pre-market with such a strong open here. So I don't know. I'm a little bit weary on this one. I'm not crazy about the industry for a small cap. And I don't see what's so astonishing about the dividend. So I'm not using a halt scanner, Jenna. Definitely seeing a little bit more support coming now. That was a 10% pop. Really impressive. I'm just going to watch this one on my second screen, checking out some other tickers. I'm pretty happy what I got so far pre-market. I want to make sure I'm looking for the best setups. So far, it's been a little bit choppy for these setups, so I'm not super excited. MDRR, I'm also just not super stoked about it. Boom, nice move though. It just broke past 3, now at 327. Crazy, crazy ripper. This could just keep, ripping to the upside, getting halted, ripping to the upside. Who knows? Just because I'm not trading it doesn't mean it's a great trade. Doesn't mean it's not a great trade. I don't know. Nice, my stuff. Nice nailing that one. See what other tickers we're gonna find. Still got MDRR open on my second screen. Really nice moves on this one. I like what I'm seeing here. It wasn't really my kind of overall catalyst or ticker, but I can't be overly biased on these moves. But at the same time, sticking to my gut and usually it helps me avoid some things I don't want to get stuck in. So I'm just going to keep watching it, see how it plays out, and then see if I can get a little bit more comfortable with this ticker. In the meantime, got my eyes open for other moves. NOVN, I know you guys were calling out this one, sub dollar. Usually I'm not looking at sub dollars, selling off so far. Doesn't have a lot of volume today, so just a little bit of a red flag there. Well, it was a quick drop, and then it had a nice big rip back to the upside. That's true, Shurkant. That's exactly true. Everyone has a different strategy. Everyone likes trading different ways. MDRR doesn't exactly fit my risk tolerance. Sometimes I take stabs at tickers like this just to get a little bit more experience with these high flyers. I'll usually use smaller position size to kind of manage my risk that way. But yeah. Nice, DMC. Nice to wrap it up with that. Congrats, man. Nightmare stock. Yeah, I feel you on an OVN. Ooh. I like the amount of volume on MDRR. That's actually one of my favorite parts about it. Definitely the clear lead gapper on the day here. $55 million volume so far. That 4 million float was really, really nice. Big resistance on this one though. Next major resistance is right here, roughly at 375. And then again at 4 is kind of the key zone. Armenio, you could just click the order buy above the price on the ladder, and that basically says if the price goes over this amount, then it's going to execute the limit order. Yeah, Mike, I'll feel you on that one. That thing has been dropping like a fly, huh? I'm past my max stop right now, which is making me a little bit uncomfortable. So I don't know. Right now, I still don't see that the news is that bad. I don't want to be overly biased in, just because I'm long it, but yeah, I should have stuck to my gut yesterday and kind of closed out the position looking to buy back, because I would definitely be buying in these zones. So I don't know. Since I feel like I would be buying these zones, makes me want to hold a little bit longer and then see if we can have a retrace, and then obviously sell in the retrace. So we'll see what happens. MDRR pulling back here just a little bit. Possible big support at 325. Nice move there. 7% pop. Very impressive. Guys, you're asking a lot of questions here. Our stuff we have all in the video description below. There's a whole entire FAQ section. Definitely go ahead and check that out. And then after 10:30, we have a little bit more time to talk because right now you got to really be focused on the charts. MDRR had another nice breakout here past 375. Absolutely wicked move here. I was way too cautious on this ticker, so you know, it shows. Just getting aggressive sometimes on the lead gapper is not bad. Plus, right now, we've been kind of in a hot market again ever since the September lull and probably like August as well. August and September are pretty slow. And then like the last week of September and beginning October, we were having some good momentum coming back in here. Nice move there on MDRR. Congrats to anyone going long in this one. Yeah, 330 was a really solid support. Congrats to anyone that jumped in on it. I was actually just thinking about it. Was about to click 340, and I don't know if you guys saw that. Just kind of missed that entry. Hesitated for like literally a second too long, but I wasn't focused beforehand, so that's my fault. $9.51. If MDRR breaks above 4, that's really the last major resistance zone till about 4.5. Michael. You could just feel that a lot of people are looking at this compared to the other tickers. All the other gappers are so far pulling back. I wish MDRR was a little bit in a better kind of industry in terms of small caps, and their catalyst was a little bit nicer. I would have been way more aggressive on this one, but it's been a long time since we've seen a re-ite, and with a cash dividend increase, I just wasn't really expecting that kind of move. Wow, this is such a strong ticker. A little bit of a blow off top there. Let's see if it can maintain. The dividend will be payable October 26th. for holders holding the stock as of October 23rd. Looking through some other tickers right now. Sometimes around 10 o'clock, we start seeing a little bit of reversals. Looks like MDRX is possibly going to be one of those. This one actually had much more volume in the open, so kind of surprising there because this one was really sandbagging for a while. So 160 million float, a little bit more oomph behind that one for sure. With a catalyst to sell Careport health business to Wells Sky for $1.35 billion. Yeah, Mike, I'll feel you on that, man. Mo, it's not my kind of ticker, my kind of setup. Super, super nice though. Good rally here. Possibly going to break $5 soon. Whoo, hoo, hoo. That thing is just going crazy. MDRR up now 300%, 325%. Absolutely, really, really nice. Bigger volume coming in IDXG. I'm not the biggest fan of buying pullbacks below VWAP, so buying this one, I'd rather buy a bigger dip or something like that and then look for a reversal. But it looks like IDXG could be a good setup here for that break of VWAP. MDRR looks like it might get halted here. No, halt limit I think was just raised. Back above 5. Are you guys watching MDRR? Honestly, it's just good fun to watch. It's not in my criteria anymore. It's not really a ticker I wanted to be trading. I was thinking about doing like a really risk reverse kind of trade on it at the open. If it dipped lower, it did not, and I never chased it. So definitely missed some good opportunities there. Kind of wondering, maybe AMC threw me off a little bit because I was kind of watching AMC at the open as well. AMC is still just selling off very aggressively, so that's not a very fun ticker to be watching from time to time. This will probably be, depending on what happens here, it could definitely be a pretty sizable loss. Nice, Jason. You, congrats, man. No problem, Tan. Yeah, I feel you, Mark. I hesitated like twice for just seconds too long. So that's just how it is sometimes. What you have to remember is you don't want to have, just because you missed an entry earlier on doesn't mean you want to kind of FOMO into a later setup, right? I think that's something that's really, really important. It's happened to me before where I'm like, oh, I missed that entry. And then later I'm like, well, let me just get another entry. And then that, I make a big mistake off of that. So I think that's why I became kind of very okay with missing or getting aggressive sometimes. It's just so I can avoid that kind of future kind of FOMO. This time I didn't do it, so I missed that, but it is what it is. I think that swing trade really kind of took some of my attention away, but it is what it is. IDXG popping. MDRR should be opening up again here at 10:02 and 31 seconds. Definitely worth looking into. AMC popping a little bit as well. Good call, Corey, on IDXG. Nice little volume building up here as well. Good pop, 8% move. IDXG is a little bit more digestible. USA diagnostic and research company in the healthcare sector, the 4 million float, really nice, 12 million market cap. Now at 18 million. Held its highs all right, didn't really pull back that much. Key support zone. Long this ticker, looking for that break of VWAP. Getting possibly a little bit more resistance here. MDRR opening up with a big flush. IDXG with that 4 million float. Second small size here. If we break to 27, I'll stop out. Luckily it didn't, looking for that break of VWAP. First move here, looking for a break of 44. I'm out of this one. I got stopped out. Wrapped up a little bit of profit, not really that big. Was looking for that big break. We had some linked order issues on IDXG, but we wrapped up, you know, a decent little bit of a profit there. Nothing really to run home about. Let's see, IDXG possibly doing the same. Wow, look at MDRR. That is insane. This thing is just ripping. So good to see a ticker do with this kind of activity here. There was, I think, in like the second and the beginning of the third quarter this year, it was like almost every day we were having like a 2, 3, 4, 500% gapper. So it's really nice to see this kind of energy coming back. That this summer was really quite a lull, so I'm super stoked to see this. Even if I'm not in MDRR, there's just so much that, you know, like opportunity you can see in this one. So I don't know, it doesn't really bother me missing this move. I should have been more aggressive for sure, but hey, I'm still learning, and in the future maybe I'll be a bit more aggressive on a ticker like this. Calm down's making a whole story there. Another big flush on MDRR back at 4.5. Woo! This is kind of an interesting day all of a sudden. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you are enjoying the content, if you're learning something new. I know I'm not jumping and getting super aggressive on MDRR. I know it's not super maybe entertaining, but at the same time, I think patience is very, very important, because ultimately day trading is all about risk management. And that is something I'm trying to manage a little bit with AMC right now, let's just say. Josh, do I set stops every time I enter a trade? No, I don't go crazy with stops. I use pretty hard mental stops, but no, I'm not crazy about stops. With IDXG, I just felt like if it flushed below the 9 EMA, it was going to happen so fast, and I didn't want to be part of it, and that's why I put a stop there at 230. That's why I got stopped out. But luckily, I only got stopped out with a small position, the leftover position. I was able to take profits at a pretty decent spot with my initial move. So I'm pretty happy about that. Made about 5 cents a share in that original 5,000. And then the last 300 shares, I just got stopped out at break even. So that's fine. MDRR, guys, is halted on the way down. Woo, ferocious. And IDXG looks like it's really going to try to break VWAP here. Fahad, that's funny. Yeah, Constantine, I'm actually looking for AMC. Ooh, IDXG, nice breakout there. Hold on, let me actually watch this one. I'll put AMC up on my second screen just to kind of get a better idea of it. I'm looking for this one to have a break of 3, and then I might close out my position for like a $1,000 loss for the break of 3. So no biggie there, just a okay laptop. That's all. Bigger size means bigger losses. That's totally normal. IDXG, guys, looking really good. 4 million float on this one. This one's much more interesting to me personally. I like the fact that they won that audit. 4 million float, really nice. U.S. diagnostics research healthcare company. So let's see how this one goes. Big volume back in IDXG. That was a huge bounce on AMC, guys. That was an 11% bounce on a pretty large ticker. That's why I was buying actually into that selling pressure, because I was like, this is totally unjustified. Obviously, I was already maxed out on my position size, so I didn't buy that much. But if I had no position, I would have been buying much more aggressively. So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's why you don't want to buy too much too fast on a swing trade. It's tough. There's no perfect science, because HYLN, if we got super aggressive on it on our first entry, it never really dipped lower. So it's always a little bit of kind of hoping the best thing works out with those entries on swing trades. With day trading, it's fairly quick. If the trade doesn't work out, you close the position very fast. I typically don't average down into a day trade. MDRR is probably going to open up at 1310. Keep an eye on for 1310. $73 is big support here on this ticker. Just shoots up right away again. Really good to see this kind of volume on here, a ticker like this. Can we break the 5? That's the big question. 20 seconds left in this minute. Oh, just missed that entry. Oh, by a hair. I bought it. I was trying to buy it on the way back up, but I missed that. Congrats, Corey. Thanks, David. MDRR, let's see here. This thing's going to be popping open pretty much another 45 seconds or so. Keep an eye on it. MDRR opened up here, pulled back to 4. This looks like it's going to actually pull back higher. That was a pretty okay open there. Didn't sell off. 450 on the break of 450, I would take profits. I'm not long MDRR, but that's what I'm thinking right now. Doing like a little paper trading in my head. Yeah, okay, it sold off a little bit more. So love the bounces on IDXG. Yep. Nice, Corey. Congrats on that win, man. That's nice. That's what I like to hear. I'm watching too many tickers right now. I think that's my problem. MDRR looks like it's going to try a second dip here. I think IDXG could be setting up like a 1 minute ABC pattern, so I don't think I would be getting aggressive just yet. New 5 minute just started here, so we got a 4 minutes left on that 5 minute candle down below. Notice how the sell volume is very light. That's a good sign. Markets are pretty much neutral, so that's a really good, typically small cap trading condition. IDXG looks like a pretty sweet little bull flag here, guys. Keep an eye on for this one. Could be that break of 5 coming up here soon. I'd be nervous that there would be a quick pullback first and then a rip to the upside, 10:17 a.m. I don't know, it's an okay time, let's see. Yeah, here's possibly that pullback I was just mentioning. No, price going back up. Looks like we held, supported 82. Wow, I literally just missed that by 1 cent. I don't know if you guys saw that. I'd be taking profits on IDXG as a kind of possible fake out. I don't think I would be trading the full possible breakout of 5.2. So I would have took profits at 18. I just tried to get in. It would have been about a 5% pop, but I missed it. Put my limit order 1 cent too low. That was actually a pretty decent breakout there. I don't really think it's going to be a flush anymore. Let's see what happens. IDXG, guys, this is a pretty solid breakout here on a nice big bull flag. Didn't look like it flushed. So I was thinking maybe it was going to have a pullback beforehand. Didn't happen. MDRR is right at VWAP. Also kind of interesting to watch. Really strong move here on IDXG. Really nice to see that. Whew! What a move. There's some strength here behind. That was a 19% move. All right. It's much harder on here. Wow, I'm being a little bit too conservative on these tickers today. I just, based on what we saw at the open, I was like, okay, well, maybe it's not going to be the hottest kind of setup here, but, all right. And then yesterday was so slow. So I definitely took that too heavy, put too much weight on that. Remember, IDXG, guys, has that 4 million float. That's always what we look for those tiny floats. I have an alert on AMC if it breaks a key zone to the upside, and then I'll start looking at it again. Take care, Michael. IDXG just has such power behind it. I'd be looking for a little bit more of a pullback though on this one. That was a really strong move it just had. About the 9 EMA pullback there. A little bit too much selling pressure here on this one at the moment on that pullback. Ideally a move back above 28. Closing this one, small loss there, about 7 cents a share, or 6 cents a share, not really too bad. Got to manage that risk. Didn't get the pop up that I was waiting for, so I closed that one for a small loss. IDXG. Let's see how this one goes. $507. Let's see how much support it finds here. Gotta watch out. It's a little bit choppy now. Full size at 499. Looking for that break back above the 9 EMA, back above 5. $10:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We still got time here. Possible move back above the 9 EMA. I want to see $5 hold here. That was a pretty strong pullback to a pretty key support zone. Probably would be looking for a base hit here, anything above 06. You know what, I just sold a little bit too soon there. Took about 5 cents a share profit, pretty much made back my last loss, so it's a little bit scratchy right now for me. I was looking for that big move over 504 or 506. I thought we got it for a second, and then we didn't, and I just closed it out. So I think this might be the move here that I was waiting for, 506. I don't know, kind of sketchy, guys. This bounce is much weaker than I would usually be looking for, so maybe it was a good thing that I just got out, but wasn't exactly what I was looking for. MDRR, guys, $4 has been finding big support here. Looks like it's breaking past 4. Keep an eye on that one. So yeah, I was trading the backside of the move here. I was just checking out the chat rooms. Yeah, so what I do oftentimes is I trade dips on the backside of the move. I know IDXG in terms of front side move here is over because we're below the 9 EMA. I'm only trading dips here, looking for quick base hits, right? Wrapping up 2, 3, 4% moves here on the way down. That's what I'm doing. I'm not looking for this thing to make a new high. If you guys are totally new here, check out that first link in the video description below. We have a whole entire free foundation video series. You guys can learn what we're looking for every single morning here and how to get started. So definitely check that out if you guys are curious to learn more about day and swing trading. MDRR is kind of back in the play, a little bit of volume as well here on this one. At 4 was really, really significant. Tried to break VWAP, but it just did not work. It moves so quickly, this thing. 14% already. There might be a bit of a head and shoulders potentially forming on IDXG. That means we basically need to make another shoulder here, maybe see 520 or so, 517, and then we'd have to break to the downside. That would be the head and shoulders. So possibly a move worth considering on IDXG. That means basically right now it should have a nice little pop back above the 9 EMA. MDRR, oof, wicked failed pullback, now flushing way below 4, back at 360. Yikes. It's just not a ticker for me. That's why I kind of avoided it all day long today. So it is what it is. Gyro, I've never used that app before. This is King. Kingship and stock trader, that's funny. Yikes, yikes, yikes. 10:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is pretty much more or less when I wrap up my day trading. If we did wrap it up here, which I might honestly do, it's tough to say. IDXG might do a nice little pop here. I like the support on this one. Let's just kind of follow it a little bit longer. I'd be nervous for VWAP flush. I don't really see it happening though. At least not yet. Yup, that's what I was waiting for. Look at that possible move here. Taking some profits along the way. All right, well, I didn't really trust that breakout. Plus TOS with the link order thing just freaks me the heck out. It should just be implied that I want to link the orders. Okay, so honestly, if we wrap up right now, which I think I'm going to do because, man, I was not in the flow on MDRR at all. And then IDXG is looking kind of shaky right now. Pretty nice day trading day overall, though. We have to pretty much remove HYLN and our swing trade AMC. Day trading today, we are up around yeah, I don't know, about $500 so far day trading today. Not a bad day trading day. Our swings, more or less, are down $1,000 today. Maybe they're going to be up tomorrow. Maybe we're going to close them today. It's always tough to say. So our swings are down today, but day trading, we're up about $500. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Most of my profits, though, today was pre-market, and MDRR really, wow. Talk about missing this one. In the future, when we see a re-ite on some sort of confusing dividend news, I'm going to try not to be so biased on it. I don't think I've seen that this year, so I was very paws off with that ticker. And you know what? I don't regret it. Yeah, it was a nice move here, but at the same time, you just don't really know. And yeah, so I don't really regret it. If anything, I learned a lot about MDRR and re-ites without having to kind of put money at risk. So that's a kind of a extra good way to look at it. Am I still in ADT? Yeah, we're in that swing trade as well. Mike, didn't get a new computer yet. If you guys are curious on the new computer, I'm going to post it obviously in the YouTube channel at one point, but in the Discord, there's like a list of 11 laptops I'm looking at right now. It's under the hardware community or the hardware chat room or category, whatever it's called. Definitely check it out. IDXG flush. Yeah, you know what? On IDXG, I just felt that when I got out of my last trade, I felt like it was a little bit light here. This bounce was very light. It didn't feel like it was going to break past the 9 EMA, so I just closed this one out. That was a wicked flush. 12.76%. Oh, disgusting. It's always nice to kind of wrap up trading and try to avoid things like that after 10:30, but this was literally on 10:30, so I don't know. Nasty stuff. I'm wondering if MDRR is going to pull back at one point, but also just did a pretty nasty flush back below VWAP. Yeah, King Wook, don't mind posting it. Post it in the Discord chat, then I'll have a little bit more time to look at it, specifically under the hardware section. The Discord link, if you are not aware, is in that first link under the video description below. And then you just scroll down and go to the community tab. So once you're on tradejournal.co/connect, just scroll down and then click on here, the Discord group under the community section, and then you'll go right to it. And there's a hardware new category that you guys can post kind of questions or feedback, or I post a bunch of questions as well. And we could always try to find the best kind of setup because I need a new laptop as soon as possible. I'm trying to wait for Cyber Monday, but this thing is giving me so many issues lately that I don't even know if I can wait. Today's the last day of Prime Day, by the way, guys. Prime Day's got some really nice deals as well. Yeah, Christian, right? That's super true. Nice. Nice, King. I'll check it out after the stream. I couldn't wait. I'm trying to take advantage of it. Actually, you know what? Might as well check it out now. But good thing you posted it there. We have a little bit more time. Hopefully this isn't too heavy for my laptop. See what happens here. Oh, I hate that. Literally another application will just kill my laptop. It's ridiculous right now. Michael B wants to be a moderator. Shoot me an email, alex@tradejournal.co, and we could talk about it. I was actually thinking about setting up a form for people to become moderators soon because I want to kind of formalize it just a little bit more. I got used Amazon Duo. Nice. Do you like it with that second screen and kind of the pad on the right side? It's kind of worth checking out for sure. So this is the video, so this is the laptop. King, how do you say that? King Wook? King Wook is looking at. You know what? I think the HP Omen, I think I was looking at this one as well. I think it's actually on the list. I'm not totally sure about the one you selected. I don't remember it looking like this, but the HT Omen is definitely something worth considering. I think for trading, like especially if you're not streaming or anything like that, should be. I mean, it has a RTX 260. That's pretty strong. 16 gigabyte memory. Yeah, it's definitely going to be everything you need. Even has a numpad. i7 10th generation. So yeah, I mean, I think with laptops, I think the most important thing is kind of thinking like, what do I need, right? For me, I would like to be able to use 3 monitors on it. Obviously, it has to be fast enough for video editing. That's pretty important. Streaming is important, and TD Ameritrade is a pretty fat daddy platform. So if I'm streaming, have a browser open, and then multiple screens, and then let's say Discord as well, that's when I start having issues with this. Actually, I don't even bother all that stuff with this laptop. I keep it very simple. So like, that's why I need a faster laptop. But I think if I was only day trading on this one with like, let's say 1 browser open and not streaming, I think my laptop would be plenty fine. So it's all about kind of like figuring out the value you're looking for. Check out, I think HP has a really good competition with that one. I forgot, I think it's called like the HP Envy 15 or something like that. That could be a really good one. Corey says Lenovo Legion, affordable and super fast. I gotta see if that one's on the list. It might actually be on the list. But I'll add it to the I'll add it to the list as well. Oh boy, I don't know if I can handle that life. I feel like TD is already having enough issues, and now that there might be even more users on it on TD Ameritrade and ThinkorSwim, it's just like exhausting to think about. Yeah, so you guys want to see a pretty nasty little swing trade right now. AMC, still holding this one. Like I said, nothing really new happening here. I was waiting for this bounce the whole time, and I bought on the way down. Actually, I bought on the way down twice. I did it once pre-market, and then again here. Both times were smaller size. I figured, this thing's selling off so much on no new news. There's no actual news here that's really that bad. Pretty much, there was rumors out that AMC was talking about bankruptcy, and then the CEO said these rumors are all false. And then, the stock price pretty much went down a huge amount from that. So I'm not totally sure if I would want to be selling at these lows. Yeah, 30%, that was a huge dip. And the 30% is actually after it fell off from the highs at 65%. So we were buying initially here at 3.7, something like that, 3.8 right here on the bigger support. And then, from there, it went down 30%, and we were averaging down. So I was down probably based on our averages on the way down, I don't know, around 25% at the all-time low, which is way past my max stop. But when I get, kind of stopped out on a swing trade, since it's a swing trade, I kind of give it a little bit. I'm like, okay, well, I'm stopped out of this one. I'm going to close the trade, but let's see if we can get a bounce. Let's see what kind of the rebound is. And that's kind of how I treat my swing trades a little bit. Day trades are much, much more different. So really try not to confuse my trading strategy with swing and day trades. AMC is a full-on swing trade, and that's why I was averaging down into this one. And that's why I'm okay holding it a little bit longer. But ultimately, this is a loss, and I'm waiting for some sort of a bounce back to the upside. Who knows how that's going to be? I'm not going to try to, make back too much money. But if it pops up, and goes back above $3, I'll probably be looking to take some profits or cut that position roughly in that area. So right now the big question is, can we break back above 3? That's really the question zone right here. No, I'm not interested in desktops because I travel too much and I would always just be missing my desktop. So that's why I'm not looking for a desktop. Calm down. Nice, Tan. Congrats. Could be very, very profitable in the future. Yeah, Core i7 is kind of what I'm thinking about as well, at least. Maybe AMD. It really depends on the laptops because like Asus, for example, they almost only have Intel chips. So it really depends on the brand you're looking for. There's so many variables with Windows laptops. It's just like it's a black hole. I've probably spent, I don't know, 5 to 10 hours a week watching like laptop videos. And I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface. It's just, I don't know. I know a lot more now than I did like a few months ago, but at the same time, it's like, wow, it's a big, big market. I think, yeah, just keeping it simple, choose your processor, increase the RAM, like Norman's saying. Look for I need something with a decent graphics card for video work. And then, yeah, pretty much going from there. I mean, my laptop is pretty much like my business in a way, right? So it's really important that it's fast, and I don't mind spending more for it. I see Michael's keeping that low key in here. Constantine, I just saw your question. How can we watch you live when you trade pre-market? You know what? I don't have a video or anything for live pre-market trading. So at the moment, it's just, you know, at 9:15 roughly, we start, sometimes a little bit earlier, but it's all about the chat room. And I do that because I'm not really online that much. Sometimes I'm gone for an hour and then I come back, and then it's I don't know, it's tough. I need a little bit of downtime too. Especially that's why I have my blue light filter goggles on. So like when I'm looking at the screen too long, my eyes start hurting. I got these bad boys that pave the way. I got my carpal tunnel glove on. My God, that's not good. Look at NIO popping up here. I was not expecting a ticker like this to make an appearance today. NIO has been such a hot mover, huh? I feel like every time I come back to this one, it's at a new all-time high. And every time I'm like, no, it's too much for me. But yeah, so NIO, this one would probably warrant a video. Just like Workhorse, maybe I could cram the two together, but that might be too much for one video. It's just insane. This thing has been so strong. AMC, guys, doing what I wanted it to, trying to break $3. Yeah, I totally agree. I'm totally biased when I say, you know, I would buy more AMC. The reason I'm not buying more AMC is because I'm fully allocated. But I was kind of depressed because when AMC was at the 2.6s, I was like, oh, if I wasn't long AMC right now, I would be jumping on it. But part of my risk management, I think part of every trader's and investor's risk management is just you can never be over allocated in any one trade. That is very, very dangerous. So even if AMC went to zero, it wouldn't put me out of business, right? That's the important part. So, and like, as much as I wanted to average down, I was like, oh, I've already reached my max allocation. I can't. And I already went a little bit above my max allocation. So it's tough. It's one of those things that, yeah, easy to break your rules there, huh? I might even buy AMC again, but I don't know. For now, I'm gonna take this loss and then kind of think about it, let it simmer a little bit. Don't need to jump the gun too much. Yeah, I use the blue light a lot as well, Daryl. I got every setting in the book almost activated. Yep, Jason, exactly. Risk management is number one. Making money is a side effect. That's why it really doesn't bother me if like a ticker runs away. If I'm up, you know, $500, like that's amazing. I could care less if I missed that great opportunity. Hopefully I can learn from the opportunity and not miss the one in the future, but ultimately I didn't fully understand it and I felt like it was too much risk for me. So you know, that's the important part. And that's why it doesn't bother me missing an opportunity. I'm also just trying to make myself calm down a little bit because I would be FOMOing like crazy if I like had any other reasoning in my head. You know, I gotta like MDRR, gotta buy. Yeah, Shrikant. And anyone else, you guys are always welcome to email me. I'll actually shoot up my email here. It's also in the description below, but it's alex@tradejournal.co. Give me at least like, you know, 48 hours to respond. Sometimes I get a little bit of a backlog. I mean, sometimes I'll go a week without getting an email. They always come at the same day. Or the weekend. The weekend's always a good time to catch up. So AMC, what are you doing here? I thought we were breaking above 3. I thought this was going to be a new start to our relationship. So I don't know, we'll see. AMC definitely having some issues in this area. Create alert. For now, I'm just going to kind of keep holding it. It's down 17% today. That's insane. At the low, let's see, we closed here roughly at 355. The low was like 66. So that's pretty much a 25% dip AMC took today. The CEO is probably super upset about that. Said the Bloomberg report was false. I don't know. I mean, like the fact that someone's beating somebody up. The fact that Bloomberg would make such a big mistake like that. So if you just Jason, definitely. I think I need to spend a little bit more research on NIO. So NKLA, I mean not NKLA, Workhorse. And NIO are two tickers that I will be looking for swing trade videos. Take care, Jason. Hope to see you tomorrow. So look, 15 hours ago, AMC Theaters considers bankruptcy after moviegoers stay home. 50 minutes later, AMC CEO says companies focused on fundraising, not bankruptcy. And then one day ago, this is the news that put us on edge yesterday. AMC warns it might run out of the money by end of the year. That was probably on a 10Q or something like that. So this is the CEO right here. Yeah. We'd like to succeed in this effort of raising capital. If we don't, obviously we'll have to consider other options down the road, but that time has not yet arrived, and any reports to the contrary are wholly inaccurate. So that guy seems kind of offended in the fact that he would really emphasize that point. Well, this guy's been CEO for quite some time, huh? Either way, I'm not saying it's not a risky ticker, and that's why I wanted to kind of close it yesterday and then average down again. That was kind of my original plan. I don't know if I'm going to be trading AMC anytime soon after this trade. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's not fun where you're in a swing trade that could potentially file for bankruptcy. I mean, any company technically could at any point in time, but some companies are well on the road, and AMC is definitely kind of potentially going down that road at one point. They're saying they don't want to, but I mean, no company really wants that necessarily. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. They just have so many locations, so they might have to really sell any location that's not, one of their big bread and butter locations. AMC is officially back above $3. All right, well, fair enough. Is what it is for now. So you guys gave me a bunch of homework. I got a lot of tickers to look up, and I'll definitely be coming out with some videos about them. I don't know if I'm going to be combining any of them, but most likely I'll be focusing on one at a time. Oh yeah, did you guys watch that? The iPhones, oh, what's it called? I keep forgetting the name. The presentation. It's called a something show. I can't think of it right now. Yeah, they put so much emphasis on the 5G part, huh? It's like the new iPhone 12 with 5G has 5G. 5G is the next best thing. Our phones have 5G. I was like, oh, I get it. But they really emphasized it. HYLN is holding its highs really nicely here in this area. We didn't get that second fill. Maybe we will at one point, but I'm not going to be probably selling this one until we maybe have a retest of the 9 EMA on the daily. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, the phone, the camera, they did a huge section on the camera. The camera actually looked pretty dope as well. So I think that's a big part. They put a lot of kind of cinema focus, a lot of machine learning processing in the camera. And I think that was a really big part of it. Yeah, Brent, I think that's a good idea. That's going to be a nice feel upgrade from the iPhone 7. I think that's going to be exciting. Yeah, the LiDAR cam as well. The LiDAR is super dope. How you can just, well, augmented reality is one thing, but I think for like, when you're ever in an apartment and you're like measuring the place, if you could just scan it with your phone and then you have dimensions of every sort of angle and length. Oh my God, that just sounds like a good time. That's like good pre-IKEA kind of stuff. So a lot of kind of nice things on that puppy. Yeah, KCAC, that one was a little bit of a dipper as well. But I still sold KCAC too early. We left like 7% on the table here from where we got out. But, I got the move I was waiting for, so I was pretty happy about KCAC overall. I just left a little bit of profits on the table. I'm actually thinking about averaging down or buying KCAC again. And then HCAC is another ticker we are long at the moment in our Roth IRA account. Oh God, there's so many tickers that are just worth, diving into a little bit more lately. It's been really interesting. So yeah, HKCAC, you guys can see this one. It's been selling off with very light volume. So I think, we might be able to snag an entry on this one at some point. It looks like it's finding a lot of support here at 14.6. So we'll see if it wants us to do an entry. So it's all about, can we break below that 14.6? Oh, it just literally broke it. I'm going to keep a close eye on this one for now. Might be another swing trade entry here, guys. Nice, Michael. Good work. FL, I'll check that one out. Man, yeah, all these, honestly, ever since 10:30, look at that volume. It literally just disappeared. IDXG just super disappeared. FL pulling back here. Actually, on the daily, it looks like a really nice buy. I don't know much about Foot Locker besides like the black and white retail store. Like that's pretty much my knowledge of Foot Locker. I don't even know if I've ever went shopping there before, to be honest. It's a company I would have to do a lot more due diligence on, really check it out a little bit more before I can give honest feedback. It's had that, you know, big rally since March that almost every company has been on. It looks like it was really selling off before the whole market sold off. So this is kind of a big red flag here. I don't know. It doesn't really look like it's going to be breaking past this high of 40. Right now we have a big shoulder there, but it's still an upwards trend. But the buy volume has been fading for a long time, for pretty much since September. So that's a big red flag. I don't know. I would be pretty nervous if we probably cracked 35, and I would be more nervous if we cracked kind of this 34 zone. I think after that, that's a big red flag. And next major zone, I would probably argue is about 30. So that's kind of what I would be thinking for, you know, buying support here if I wanted for a continuation, or if I wanted to be extra risk averse and I don't fully believe in this one, and so I was looking for a bit more of a bounce, I'd probably be looking for something in this $30 zone. That's how I look at Foot Locker. But again, I don't know much about this ticker, so that would have to be the first step. Look into it a little bit more. The NBA is a big influence over Foot Locker. Oh yeah, that actually kind of reminds me of all those commercials. I'm going to be wrapping up here just in a little bit, guys. Let me do one more little research here on MDRR. See if I can find anything else. I think I'm going to talk about MDRR for sure a little bit today. I'm not sure which other ticker I'd really want to be focusing on. Maybe IDXG, but MDRR with that giant move today was really nice. But at the same time, I think MDRR, I would like to learn a little bit more about it. So I think I'm going to do some research after this stream, and then we'll see what kind of recap we can squeeze on out. FTCH review sometime. I'm not sure. FTCH. Farfetch Limited, UK internet retail company. I'm not sure. Maybe I'd have to look it into a bit more, but there's a few other tickers I think I would be looking into first, but I will write it down. FTCH. You guys really gave me some serious homework here. Ooh, PED, that one had a pretty wicked sell-off. Let's see, HALB. Oy, oy, oy. Classic OTC. Is this the ticker that we were kind of talking about? Somehow I remember looking at HALB. Look at this one. It's actually having a little decent amount of volume. You'd have to have such a big position size to trade this one. If I traded with 1,000 size, 69 bucks, yeah. I don't know. I don't touch these kind of tickers. Not to mention, TD Ameritrade also charges for OTCs, so extra not fun. Do I do something to avoid flashes or flushes? I try to take good setups not near the end of the morning and really where there's big volume on a lead gapper that I fully understand. But there, ultimately, I still get flushed. There's not a lot you can do about it. Sometimes it just happens, so that's just how it is. The best thing you can do is just never risk too much money in one trade. That way, if you have a losing trade, it's not a big deal. Because ultimately, trading, you will have losses, right? There's that you just can't avoid. Last month we had a win ratio about 74%. Right now it's only at about like 64% because I've had a lot more scratches this month. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna do some research and then I will see you guys in the recap video. Thanks for all the suggestions today, and don't forget to join the Discord, guys. It's growing and the conversations there are getting more and more lively. It's always kind of fun to see what's going on. And I think we're going to be opening a few more community groups as well. Just good stuff all around. Michael White says, wait, what are we waiting for? Ari. That's another ticker I'm not totally sure of. I'll add it to the list and we can maybe look into it in the future. All right, guys, I got to run. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Throw your tickers in the Discord as well if you want other people to check them out. And there's this whole swing trade category there as well. Till then, guys, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Don't overtrade, don't do anything silly. And I'll see you guys on Friday with your Trachten. It's going to be good fun.